Have you ever been so captivated by someone that it felt like your world shifted? Have you ever been so enchanted that every moment without them seemed like a lifetime lost? Welcome to this story of love, longing, and transformation, brought to you by magazine news and gossip. We dive into the delicate lines of a heart that beats only for one person. This isn't just a tale, it's an emotional odyssey, a revelation of what happens when love makes you redefine who you are. Imagine being like a bee, buzzing around in search of sweet nectar, until suddenly, you find yourself transformed into something even more ephemeral. The one you loved has turned you into moths, vulnerable to the flame, chasing a light you can't ever fully touch but can't ever resist. Even if you turned to ashes side by side, could you let go of a love like that? What if it burned you alive, yet you craved it so much you'd willingly turn into embers? I was like a bee before you. Look, I turned into moths when I saw you. These powerful words express the transformation brought on by love, how an independent, buzzing spirit became drawn to a consuming, flickering light. Love like this doesn't care if it brings ruin or joy. It is about the need to be near the beloved, no matter the cost. And in the face of that kind of connection, even when all that remains are ashes, there's still an undying loyalty, a powerful magnetism that keeps two people bound. There is an irresistible beauty in this fragility, in the way that love can break us down to our most elemental selves, and yet we keep choosing it over and over again. Here in magazine news and gossip, we explore the intricate maze of emotions tied to this devotion. The kind that makes you say, even if I lived 1,000 years, I'd never get enough of you. This isn't just a phrase, it's an eternal vow, one that echoes through time and space, like a promise that even 1,000 lifetimes could not tire. The voice here is one of surrender. I gave you my heart, shy beauty. It speaks of offering oneself completely, a giving so deep that it feels like bearing your soul. Vulnerability is frightening, yet undeniably alluring. There's something about putting it all on the line for someone else. If I don't take you, I'll leave with my eyes open. To love so deeply that a lifetime without reciprocation is like leaving this earth without ever really closing your eyes, without knowing peace. When the speaker says, "Give me your hands," life is beautiful when it loves you. We can feel the gentle plea, almost like a whispered wish. To touch, to hold, to feel the physical manifestation of the emotions bubbling inside. Hands that could guide you out of the darkness and into the beauty of togetherness. It's not just a want, it's a lifeline, something that gives purpose to every single heartbeat. What does it mean to dedicate one's life to the path of another? It's an adventure, an offering, and a commitment. It's the hope that somehow, through shared moments and held hands, life could turn into a love song played over and over. In love like this, there is both joy and fear. Fear that the one you cherish might turn away. But, oh, the beauty that love brings makes the risk so incredibly worth it. Come, don't run away, it's beautiful. It's a declaration and a plea. The fear that love might slip away is offset by the sheer hope that, if only they stay, the world could bloom in 1,000 different colors. It's about finding beauty in the smallest moments, those instances of pure happiness that seem to hold the essence of life itself. I dedicated my life to your path. Come. Don't run away. It's beautiful. Here's the magic of love that's steadfast, the love that never falters even in moments of doubt. It's as if each word is a brick, building an unshakable foundation for the heart. To dedicate one's life to someone else is the ultimate testament. It's saying, I see all of your light and all of your shadows, and still, I want nothing more than to walk this path with you. Love demands vulnerability, and sometimes it even requires you to lose your pride. This story is raw. It's about a lover who's prepared to fight the inner battles, the insecurities, and the fears. It's about offering one's heart without hesitation and embracing whatever follows. Give me your hands. Life is beautiful when it loves you. The imagery here is simple yet vivid. Two hands touching, conveying emotions that words could never fully encapsulate. The connection we create through a simple touch can spark warmth that defies the coldest of moments. But what is it about shy beauty that draws us in so completely? Perhaps it is because, within those gentle glances, those subtle smiles, lies an entire universe, a promise of mystery and wonder. I gave you my heart, shy beauty. The way we offer our heart speaks of an innocence, a hope, and a vulnerability. It's about the delicate line between fear and joy, and the risk of giving without ever knowing if you'll receive something in return. Magazine news and gossip knows that these are not just words. They are the cries of a soul that wants to find beauty amid the chaos, light within darkness. It is about transforming from the bee, free and wandering, into the moth, drawn by the allure of a flame that could either guide or destroy. The thrill of not knowing is what makes it worth the while. And even if this love could turn you into ashes, the essence of that love, the memories, the laughter, the whispered promises, would be enough to carry you into eternity. Give me your hands. Life is beautiful when it loves you. These words remind us that love, no matter how flawed or imperfect, gives meaning to everything we do. They capture the essence of what it means to be truly alive, to feel deeply, to give everything, to embrace vulnerability, and to keep choosing the beloved, even when the future is uncertain, even when it might all go up in flames. When we think about the depth of this devotion, it's not just about romance. It's about the human condition. Humans are wired to seek connection, to find meaning in relationships that touch the core of who we are. The kind of love that makes us feel seen, heard, and understood is rare, and when we find it, we cling to it. We fight for it, even when the odds seem impossible. I dedicated my life to your path, come. Don't run away. It's beautiful. These words aren't just about asking someone to stay. They are about the faith that life can be more vibrant, more meaningful, when two souls decide to walk together, hand in hand. It's the kind of love that stays when the days are stormy, that holds on when everything seems to be falling apart. Picture a ship lost at sea, rocked by furious waves, and yet there's that unwavering hope that the storm will pass, that the sun will rise again. This kind of love is the anchor that keeps you steady amidst the chaos. It's knowing that no matter what happens, you have someone to hold on to. It's being that safe harbor for one another, a refuge from the harshness of the world. And that's what makes it so beautiful. In magazine news and gossip, we understand that love is multifaceted. It's joyful and painful, uplifting and devastating. But most of all, it's real. It's not always about grand gestures or perfect moments. Sometimes, love is quiet. It's in the way you look at someone across a crowded room, the way you reach for their hand when you're scared, the way you sit in comfortable silence with them. No words needed. It's the everyday moments that accumulate, that form the mosaic of a love story. It's not one grand chapter, but a collection of sentences, paragraphs, pages that tell a story of two people choosing each other again and again. Think about the phrase, "Even if I lived 1,000 years, I'd never get enough of you." It's a powerful statement of eternal devotion. It's about recognizing the rarity of such a connection and cherishing it as if each moment could be the last. When you love like this, time seems to stand still. Moments become eternal, etched into your heart forever. It's the kind of love that transcends the barriers of time and space, that lingers even when all else fades away. And isn't that what we all hope for? A love so strong, so pure, that it becomes timeless? Love is also about resilience. There will be times when you'll doubt, when insecurities creep in, when everything seems to go wrong. But true love withstands those moments. It's the hand that reaches out in the darkness, the voice that whispers, "I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere." It's the promise that, no matter how tough things get, you'll face it together. There is something incredibly powerful in that kind of promise, something that gives us the strength to keep going, even when the road is rough. I gave you my heart, shy beauty. The vulnerability in these words is palpable. Giving your heart is not easy. It means letting someone in, showing them your flaws, your scars, and hoping they'll stay. It's about trusting someone enough to see you at your worst, and believing they'll love you just the same. That's what makes love so terrifying yet so exhilarating. It's the ultimate risk, but one worth taking. Because when you find that person who loves you with all your imperfections, who chooses you every single day, it makes everything worth it. To love is to be brave. It's to let go of your fears and dive headfirst into the unknown. It's about opening yourself up to another person, about giving them the power to hurt you and trusting they won't. And yes, sometimes love hurts. Sometimes it leaves you in pieces, makes you feel like you can't breathe. But even then, we crave it. Because deep down, we know that love is what makes life meaningful. It's what brings color to our gray days, what gives us hope when everything seems lost. Give me your hands. Life is beautiful when it loves you. It's a simple request, yet it holds so much meaning. It's about wanting to share life's journey, wanting to experience everything, good and bad, together. It's about believing that, with the right person by your side, life can be incredibly beautiful, even in its toughest moments. It's the belief that love, in its purest form, is enough to get you through anything. Here we are, standing on the edge of uncertainty, yet reaching out, hoping that someone will meet us halfway. Because love, even with all its challenges, is worth the leap. It's what makes every risk, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt worthwhile. It's the fire that keeps us warm, the light that guides us home. And maybe, just maybe, if we're brave enough to trust, we'll find that beauty that makes the whole journey worthwhile. Are you ready to let go and trust? To leap into the fire, even if it means you might burn, because what if, just what if, you finally find that beauty that makes the whole journey worthwhile? Stay tuned to magazine news and gossip, where we keep exploring the depths of love, passion, and everything in between, because life, when it loves you, really can be that beautiful.